Welcome to the Pish Tosh podcast with Emma Red March Rose.
Thank you for listening as I share my interviews with students of the performing arts. It is still June 2019, and I have been enjoying interviewing people and getting their stories so much that I decided to get this podcast out every week on Tuesday instead of once a month as I originally planned. So that's kind of exciting, and I hope you guys enjoy this interview. I met with a classmate on Saturday morning before our Writing One class, so I hope you guys enjoy listening to Jeffrey Brian Landsman. We're both very excitable, energetic people, so I hope everybody has a fun time trying to keep up with the crazy tangents that we get on, and I hope everybody enjoys. Thank you so much for listening. Alrighty, I'm here with Jeff Landsman. And Jeff, before we get started, what's your middle name?
Brian.
Brian.
Yes.
Jeff Brian Landsman.
So Jeffrey Brian.
Oh.
Well, no, I go by Jeff, but it's like when I'm in trouble.
You're a liar, Jeff.
A little bit. Yeah.
Your name is Jeffrey.
I have a buddy that calls me Jefferson, which is that's not my name.
That's not accurate either.
Yeah, but it's fine. Hefe was my nickname in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Did you have any other nicknames? That
No,
was on
Hefe.
my list.
To this day, a lot of my friends call me Hefe, which means boss or principal in Spanish.
That's wonderful.
And it was my Spanish name all through high school and all through college. And every teacher every year would say, I'm not calling you Jefe.
Oh my gosh.
It's my name. I'm not changing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fortunate. What do you think Emma is in Spanish? Gringa, I think. That's
Gringa.
I got that a lot. I think that's the same. I think that's the female version of
we'll
boss.
just call you Gringa.
That sounds good.
It's good.
Jeff and I were just discussing our coffee consumption this morning.
Oh, jeez.
Emma.
Yes. 3 shots. Actually, I did 3 shots of espresso, and the third one, I was like, I make it a double.
So kind of technically 4 almost?
Yeah. 3.5,
3.8.
3.8, sure.
That's great.
Yeah, I feel good right now, but I have that sort of hollow feeling inside, which is, it's perfect for an early morning show.
Yes. Same. That threw me off. I don't think it's that easy to do, but I can relate to that. Did you have any dreams that you'd like to share doing an early morning show? Does everybody want to talk about their dreams in the morning and then before they slip away like sand through the hourglass?
Yeah. Last night I didn't have any dreams or if I did, I don't remember them. You either they're either like super vivid or super shallow, and I can't remember them. Last night was a shallow.
You know, that reminds me of a question I wanted to ask you.
Go on.
What are your dreams in reality being here at the Second City today?
Oh, what are we're getting right into it,
Yeah, like
Emma.
Big dreams. What are your dreams
we're jumping
in
into
life?
It.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Have you already accomplished any?
Yeah. So some, but I don't.
It's good that there are more, though.
Yeah.
You know, once you're just like, no, I've got all my dreams are done.
Right. I checked them off.
That's when we
I can move on.
walk into the woods and die like a dog.
Exactly.
Do people do that here in Where do you go to die here in Illinois? That's what we do in North Carolina.
Woods. You go up to Wisconsin. There's plenty of woods up there.
Yeah.
It's a short drive.
It's like Japan. The death woods.
Oh, jeez.
Suicide woods. Okay, I'm sorry.
This is bright.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of segues that are not that don't make a whole lot of sense.
Good. That's why we're here.
That's right. We're more like a branch on a tree, and hopefully some of those branches, unlike a tree, come back and then grow back into the conversation.
Great. I love it.
These analogies are going to.
You're the tree and I'm the branch, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, in answer to your question, So I'm a little older than you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been around the block a couple times.
I was born 92. How about, is that?
I'm older than you. We'll just
That's
say
okay.
That.
That's older, before 1992.
Yeah. So I spent my life sort of behind the scenes. I have a production company, and 90% of what I do is editing, and I directed a bunch of things as well. And so. I was like, I really want to challenge myself and come to Second City. It had been a dream to just try it. It's like, I live in Chicago. How can I not experience this place?
So how long have you lived in Chicago?
Oh, my whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah.
And around what age did you make that leap?
Oh, to Second City?
Yeah.
Older. Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was.
Sorry,
I'll just tell you. I don't
want
care.
to keep asking ages
I was.
here.
I was
I'm just putting you on the
45.
spot.
45 is when I was like, I'm gonna, because I'd been editing for 25 years.
So like 2 years from now?
2 years ago.
You look very
Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and so I was like, I'm gonna do one improv class, and they had this improv class for. It was called Midlife Crisis.
Oh my
Improv
God.
for 35 to 55-year-olds, which,
That's great.
as you know, in improv, because I know you've done level A,
Right.
and you're doing more, you really, it does help to sort of be with a group of people that have the same references as you.
That makes sense.
So I think that was sort of the reason they set it up. So I was like, I'll just do A, and then I'll check it off my bucket list of,
Yes.
I've done this. It's gonna really push me from behind the scenes to the other side.
Right.
And I have kids that are performing all the time, and so I'm kind of like, I should be able to do this. And I had friends over the years saying, you're in the wrong industry. You need to be on the other side.
That's so great. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad there's so much acting in this writing class because I've gotten to see you.
Oh, you agree that that I'm qualified?
Yes, that you're a fun performer to watch.
Thank you.
Just from the short time that we've had class together.
Thank you.
Today is our last day.
Well, that means a lot coming from you because I think you're
Pish
phenomenal.
Tosh.
There
we go.
No, I really do. Pish Tosh.
Oh, there we go. It came
plug
around.
for
I was
your own
wondering.
show.
I plugged my own show
That
on
you're
accident.
listening to right now.
Oh, gosh. I did my midlife crisis coming here as well, but I don't plan on living that long.
Oh, okay.
So,
you just jumped ahead.
Yeah, probably 50 something.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so just got it out
That's
of
your
the
goal,
way.
just get to 50? That's a sad goal.
yeah.
No, you got to shoot for longer. Because
50 sounds like a lot. I mean, I'm not saying it's old. I'm not saying it's old.
Remember,
by
I
any
told
means.
you
It's
2
just-
years ago I was 45, Emma.
I'm not saying I would love to get to. I'm saying I would love to get to 50. It just seems like it's already been 50 already.
Well, I'm going to spin it around on you just for
Okay.
2 seconds because I know it's your show. But I listened to your first show and I loved it.
Oh, thank
and I
you.
just wanted to say what I love is your sort of energy and passion for just doing it.
Oh, thank you. I love doing it.
That's the and also doing the show. I love that, that I have a wild amount of respect for people who don't wait to be told or given opportunities. They just make their own opportunities. Right. And it seems like in April, you're like, I'm just going to move to Chicago. I'm just going to take these classes. I'm going to start a podcast. And
100%.
Props to you. Cheers. I think that's phenomenal. I really do. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come on your show because I'm like, anything I can do to help. I don't know if I'm going to be the greatest guest, but I'm happy to talk with you.
I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for all those kind words. Oh my gosh.
They're all true.
I really appreciate that. You're right. In fact, the only addendum I would make to that is not only do I do it without being told, I do it with also being told not to a lot of times.
But that's even better.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah. Make your own rules.
I appreciate it. I get a lot of
sure.
Emma, I don't know if that's good. And I've already done it at that point.
It's good. I love that.
Best to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Or is it the opposite?
No, I think that really holds true in the creative field when you're sort of.
I think so too.
I think it's important to define yourself as who you are and make your own rules, and you're going to annoy some people along the way. And
Absolutely.
Good, you don't want to be with those.
I'm used to that. I'm the youngest of 4.
Okay.
Are you? Oh, what's your birth order?
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of 2.
Oldest of 2.
I'm actually the oldest of all my cousins, everybody.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So you were the first one.
I'm the first.
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
There's some good.
I just
that
feel
comes with
honored,
that.
That you're here right now.
Oh wow!
I feel like that's that
'Cause I
holds
was
the high
born
thing.
first.
Yes, like a king. If if the Landsmans
That's
were
true.
royalty, you would be the
I would
king
be
of
heir
the
to the
land.
throne.
All of the Landsmen.
Oh, I'm gonna have to remind my parents that. Yeah.
Oh.
Which was good in some ways, and it's so different than I'm sure your experience and challenging in others.
Right.
The rules that were set for me. Even my daughter just got her license.
Oh my gosh! Congrats, scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying. But she's a really good driver, and I took her out personally like 30 times before she took the test. So she also had classes as well. So
kudos to you for your bravery.
Yeah, it was intense.
Did you start in the city?
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
She's still in the burbs, but she drives pretty far now. Like she drove to Great America the other day.
Oh my God, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys call it?
Oh, Six Flags. It used to be called Great America growing up. So again, I'm dating myself.
Nice. No, that's okay. That's okay. I've dated myself most of my life.
Oh, have
Yeah,
you? And
yeah.
how's that going? Do you give yourself
I'm
flowers?
actually-
You're
we
wearing
broke up.
flowers.
Oh, I meant dated myself as in like
Oh.
a relationship.
Yeah, I'm saying you give yourself flowers. Aw.
Jeff is so smart. You guys can't even see over the podcast right now, but that was a quick, you are improv. Let's get back to your
thanks.
improv.
Let's jump into that.
I'm so excited. So you started at Second City
Yeah.
with the improv.
So I started with level A.
Level A.
And then I thought, it was just such a great group of people. You know, when you get to be like in your 40s and you've experienced a lot of idiots throughout your life,
Right.
but also a lot of great people, when you are with a bunch of great people, you recognize it.
You appreciate it.
And you are aware, like, this is unique. This is
Yes.
unusual. And so I was like, there was one guy in our class named Dan, really funny guy, older, and like after 2 or 3 classes, he said, "Who signed up for level B already?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm still figuring out if this is a thing. Like I finally had warmed up by the 3rd class, maybe, or I was like, it's kind of weird in the beginning. I don't know. What was your experience?
I'm taking improv A right now.
Yeah, okay, you're in A right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
what
A-
was your experience the first like 2-3 classes? Did you have like performance history or?
You know, mostly what I've done is children's story times at the library.
Okay. Well, that's a performance, though. In
Yeah,
front of a group. Yeah.
absolutely. And it's like with the kids, you know, you could have them all laughing and smiling and behaving if this were a perfect world. So pretty much every time you're going to get sneezed on or like someone's going to just like scream in your face. And so you just got to be ready for it. So I was like, these people are all like using the potty on their own. So I was very appreciative of that. It was
The little
great.
things.
And also, in the story times, the worst part, I love the kids. The kids are great. The worst part is all of the parents when you're just up there like pouring your heart out that look
They're on their
so
phone
unhappy,
or-
to be there. Like it's the last place they want to be in the
Just
world.
get this over
That's
with
the
for them.
worst. When you're
Oh.
just like singing and dancing and just making a fool of
giving you a
yourself.
show here.
Exactly. And
Pay
then you end up just
attention.
weeping and you hope that their kids, you know.
But were the kids captive audience?
They did, yeah. They
Okay,
cried
good.
when I cried, though.
Great.
And vice versa.
But they're supposed, like that's a good thing, right? You want to elicit the same reaction that you're feeling.
right,
Yeah.
those were horror story times
Okay.
that I did. It's a good time. It's my Halloween specials.
So how do you? But then, now that you're like, do you agree that like the first 3 improv classes, not I'm saying the first 3 of level A, were like, what are we doing?
We were
Like,
all getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were all so hesitant. We didn't know what to expect. By now, I'm so excited.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah.
the last class,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
By now, it's better.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say, so how did yours go? I don't want
So Dan kind of said,
Old Dan.
well, I don't want to call him old.
Oh,
Dan, but
no,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's
I
old.
call everybody
I think
old
he'd be okay.
something.
And
He's
he's
somebody could be
actually
younger than me,
He's
I
actually a
call.
librarian.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is he here right now? I can't
He's
smell
not
him.
here. Yeah, but he
We can
is.
sense each other.
I want to yes you, but I can't. He's
No, he's gone. Yes
sure.
and no.
Dan, come on in. Hi guys. He doesn't sound anything like that.
Oh my God. We don't know that.
No, that's true. He.
Nice to see you, Jeff.
Yeah, oh, right. You made him really old.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm ready to. Let's do the improv now.
Where are my books?
Oh, I'll stand, I guess. Okay, so
I try not to laugh in the mic. If you see me make this face,
that's fine. Yeah, with your head.
Yep.
That means I'm maybe either doing something wrong or doing something
I think
right.
I scared Andrew.
Oh, did you? Were you doing it a lot?
I said Andrew. David Anderson.
Yeah, I know
Loki.
who you mean.
Yeah. David Anderson Loki. I think I
David, yeah.
scared him when I did that. Loki.
I enjoyed that. That was so. Dan,
So Jeffrey Bryan.
Jeffrey
Landsman.
Bryan Landsman. So Dan was like, let's get going on level B, and a lot of us were like, I don't. Maybe I will see. And he kept saying it because so what happened with Dan was he had done the class a year earlier. He did level A, and I think he may have even done level B.
Was he pretty open about that from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, but he didn't have enough people to continue to level C, which happens a lot.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Yeah, I mean,
especially since I'm not.
Because this is such a unique thing, like it's the midlife crisis. So it's not like what you're in, which is just traditional improv, where there's gonna be a bunch of people moving around or maybe staying together. So we went to B with him, and he's like, just get through B with me, and please consider C. And so Dan, to his credit, was really sort of the anchor that kept us going. And actually by C, I was like, what am I still doing here? You know, and I was starting to enjoy it on a different level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in
like
a good
I'm enjoying
way.
this too much, it must be wrong?
It's more just like when you get to be a little older, and I've had success with my business and my career, and this was sort of a side, like almost like a gag, like you know, it's like I've always wanted to go to Second City. And then like a third of the way through C, we're told, oh, we're going to do a show in front of an audience at the end of class.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wait, what?
Man.
And that scared some of the people.
Right.
But I was like, well, let's just get on the boat and let the river take us where we're going to go, and let's see what happens. The show went like extremely well. We had probably 35, 40 people in the audience. I mean, it wasn't a huge audience,
That's
but
phenomenal.
It was the first time performing in front of an audience. It was completely improv.
Oh my, that's so difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, and it was suggestions from the audience. It was true Second City, or, you know, Annoyance Theater, any of these theaters where it's just improv. And so I went all the way through E and got my degree.
That's impressive. Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. You're a graduate.
I'm a graduate, which is very exciting. Thank you. Yeah, and then I did with 3.
It takes me too long to find the applause button.
That's okay.
But we'll
oh, there's an applause button. Nice.
Yeah.
And then 4 of us, Jack was one of them. We did advanced improv techniques, which is really kind of a unique thing, which it's the description on the website is not exactly what it is. So we get in there the first day. This is right after level E. So one of the students, our friend Meredith, she says, I think we should keep going. And they said they do like a level F for us. They just create it for us. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it just to do it. I mean, if there's a structure,
that's interesting.
As much as I want to be with all of you,
right? No, I'm
at some point, you got to move on.
Yeah.
So we sign up, Meredith, me, Jack, and this woman Nima. We sign up for this advanced improv technique, which is a 6-week class. It's in the DeMatt Theater.
Oh yes.
It's in there. I think that's the theater.
We were just talking about it.
I know you're talking about it in M-A-A-T.
Yeah, not even close to what we.
That little theater, yeah. It's in there over there. I just dropped my giant water. Technical difficulties.
Okay. It's good that you stay hydrated. I meant to mention that.
I try. So, the first class, it's only the 4 of us, and then there's 6 or 7 other people. He's like, the teachers, I don't want to say who it is. I really like him.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way.
Yeah. He's like, get up on stage. And we're like, okay. We're all lined up on stage. And he goes, 2 you pair up and do a scene, go. I'm not giving you suggestions or anything. And I'm like, oh, this is advanced. It's like, there's no suggestion. It's just do something. And I was kind of rusty. I'd taken like a couple months off and then came back.
Yeah.
But by the 2nd, 3rd class, and then they critique you. They're like, you need to work on this or that or the other thing. In the last class, he's taking notes all through the course. And then at the end, he says, these are your strengths and these are your weaknesses.
Oh, that's great. So it's really like a sink or swim situation.
Yeah, and it's really meant to get into the conservatory program. It's really like a training class to go, this is how for your audition to get into the conservatory, which some people actually used and got into conservatory after that class.
Oh, that's very impressive.
That wasn't my goal.
You didn't want to go into the conservatory?
No. I mean, not yet. I don't. It's not really I really wanted to do this writing thing. So, so that's my whole improv background so far. And we did a show after level D and a big show after level E, a 45-minute full show on one of the bigger stages with people from the public. We had a full house. I mean, it was like sold out, amazing. It went great. A lot of friends and family were there, but then there was a lot of randoms there too. So.
That's great.
Yes, good.
Who, at the end of the night, maybe were like friends and family because they probably just loved you guys so much.
Well, it helps when you have, like an audience that's rooting for you from the get-go.
Yes, that's great.
It certainly helps to have, like, even if it's half, to have that energy. It's like at all the Apple announcements, which is my podcast, where they kind of like have a lot of Apple employees in those first few rows and in the middle, so that when they say, and then we're going to have this new monitor, and they're like, yay, and then the journalists are like, yay,
exactly. So you get that like that mentality, the group think.
Yeah, exactly,
absolutely. And you used it for good.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
That's the nice thing. You had a power over these strangers and friends and family, and you used it to make them laugh.
Listen, it was fun. I mean, it's really exhilarating when it works and when you're connected. And plus, again, this group, to credit them, because I can improvise, but you can only improvise if you're with a bunch of really talented people that also can improvise with you,
right?
Which is the whole point of it all. And I really feel blessed and grateful for the fact that I ended up with that specific group of people. Jack, I didn't know Jack before that class, and he and I have become good friends. I would love to have him on
too.
You should have him on.
He's been very helpful.
He's an interesting guy too.
Yes.
So, and then I'm still friends with a lot of them. We keep in touch. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I hope the same happens with writing, even though I know you're moving off to something else. We'll definitely stay in touch.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch for sure. And that's been the big difference with my improv class and my writing class compared to the whole rest of my teaching experience. My schooling, my education. That sounds fancy. I went to college for about 8 years in North Carolina. I did associates and then bachelor's in psychology and then master's in library science.
Wow.
And somebody said the other day, I said, "Oh, is that a friend from college?" And I said, "No, I didn't make any friends in college." And they were like, "You were there for almost a decade." And I said, "Well, yeah, but I got a 4.0.
Are you still friends with your childhood friends or your high school friends?
No, I didn't make any of those either.
Oh, right, because you were...
Right, I was homeschooled.
Yeah, I wanted you to say it.
I did have a lot. I have there's a Beanie Baby that's in the shape of a scorpion, and we're still pretty close.
What's the name? Does it have a name?
He hasn't told me after all these years.
You got to name him by the end of the show.
I have to name him?
Yes.
This friendship is crap. This is my oldest friend.
Your oldest friend. You don't even know his name.
And I have all the responsibility. I have to move it. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's Happy Pride Day.
Yes. Love it.
I hope that high five comes over.
It sounded good.
It
I think we were far enough from the mics where it worked out.
It felt really good. I hope it sounded.
It was a good high five, actually.
It was.
So a friend of mine who I used to work with, she, we'd kind of do these high fives, and it would get exhausting working in the edit rooms for hours and hours and hours. I don't know if you know, I used to work for Oprah.
No, Oprah Winfrey?
Yes.
The Oprah? The queen of media?
Yes. So the only reason I bring it up is because the hours...
I would bring it up every 5 minutes of every day.
It used to be like more of a thing when the place was open in Chicago, and that was like another example of the group of people I worked with were just the best of the best in terms of talent, good people, great, good souls. And this woman named Sarah, she was a producer there. And so the rooms were the point is we'd be in there for like 11, 12-hour days every day. Yeah. TV, it's just like, it's just a machine. It just keeps on. When you're done with the next thing, you're on to the next thing.
Oh, heck yeah. The TV raised me.
Right, but when you make the shows, it never ends.
No, the shows made me. It was the opposite.
Made you. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You created my creator.
Okay.
Grandpa Jeff.
Yeah. Well, now I'm really getting old. By the end of this podcast, I'm like, well, it was great being here.
Have fun in the woods, Jeff.
All right. You can help me up. It'd be great.
No, young man Jeff. What were you saying about Oprah?
I feel like I'm 20 still in my head.
You look very young.
Thank you.
So much energy.
And
I love
try,
it. It's contagious.
Oh, awesome.
And it's almost terrifying because we both have so much energy that I feel like this room is vibrating.
Well, I do believe in that. I really do believe in energy and connecting with people, and it's probably why you and I
I've made more eye contact with you.
Yeah.
I can't anymore because I've now pointed it out. I'm so sorry. So no more eye contact for the rest of the show. That's true.
It'll be fine. But anyway, so she was like, I don't remember. I was kind of like half out of it one day, and we had been working for 10 hours, and she's like, high five. Like, Oprah would actually look at all of the edits. Like, she was that.
So Oprah was high-fiving you?
No.
That's a whole different thing.
I met her probably 4 or 5 times the
That's 4
7
or 5
years I was
times
there.
more than I will
Only
in my
once
life.
where she actually came into my edit and was like sitting with me.
Wow.
But this other time, Sarah was like, I kind of half high-fived her, and then she's like, oh, you got to look at the elbow. Do you know that trick?
You know what? Yes.
You know that trick? Yeah.
Yes. I was in a high-five in the
like,
elbow,
what?
though, every time.
It's like, yeah, I half out of it. And you just, first try, boom.
Yeah. Did you notice that I closed one eye?
Oh, I didn't see that. Why, you kind of hone in on the 5?
I think it's a fear thing.
Oh, what?
I don't like
Where
loud
you
noises.
miss and get hit in the face?
Well, it's not a rational fear.
Okay.
I'm
gonna let that marinate and try to understand
there's no
why
logic behind it.
One eye is. Let's try it again. I want to watch your eyes now.
This seems like dangerous.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, you did.
Ah!
You did close your eye.
Okay, now that we did it
But
successfully,
no,
I
it wasn't
didn't
a
do
really
it.
good high five that
No,
time. Though. All right. There. You
That was
closed
better.
it again.
Did I?
Yeah.
Which eye am I closing?
Your left.
Okay, I could kind of feel it, but I can't tell.
So you don't even know you're doing it. It's just like, I gotta.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, like inside and outside, and I'm kind of just along for the ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to be very observant of what's happening, but it's not like, I don't feel like I'm at the control panel.
Well, you're running this show. I feel.
Somebody is.
Yeah. Well, the phone is doing a lot of the work.
That's right.
now.
Somebody in here.
Yeah.
See, when you're homeschooled, you kind of fill in, when you leave a backyard unattended, in North Carolina, you guys have backyards.
Yeah, of course.
Not in the city so much.
Yeah, I live
but
in
outside,
the suburbs.
in the
so,
suburbs,
yeah.
you have backyards.
Yeah.
If you were to never trim or maintain that backyard, it's usually the weeds and the
Yeah, of
kudzu
course.
would grow. That's how I feel like homeschooling was for when you don't socialize a child, and so the
Gotcha.
kudzu has just
So it's
created.
all been built up.
Yeah, it's just a lot of nonsense in here.
Okay.
And I'm just walking around the forest.
But you seem very easy, like very social now. So is it
Thank
that you
you.
just maybe the college years?
Acting.
Yes. You're surrounded by children,
Yes.
also at the library.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I would never know that you were.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's
Okay.
probably all the eye contact. I'm
That's
actually
helpful.
hypnotizing you
Yes,
as we speak.
yes, you're wonderful.
You're going to go
That's
back and listen to this podcast later, and it's just going to be like, and you're like, oh my God, I swear to God, we were having an intelligent conversation. What
No,
did
I
she
can
do?
feel that we're not.
Oh, that's good. Then no one's under any
That's
false
the negative of
pretenses.
having me as your guest.
That's awesome. I'm so happy. And I think now is a good time. We're going to cut to a commercial break.
Okay, great.
And here's a word from our sponsor.
Awesome.
All right, thanks so much.
Are you tired of dirty, filthy rats ruining your neighborhood? Bringing down property values? Or just plain being an eyesore? Then call me, Rachel, at O Rats Pest Grooming. Bring in your rambunctious rodents for a bath, blow dry, and bandana to get them looking their best. Remember, rats are just pigeons without wings.
All right. We are back with Jeffrey Brian Landsman.
Wow,
Yeah.
I feel when you say it that way, I feel like I'm in trouble.
Really?
That's what, when you get yelled at as a kid, that would be the only time I would be called Jeffrey.
Does your mom listen to podcasts?
No. She doesn't listen to my show. She doesn't.
Well, that's perfect. Can you
Yeah.
do an imitation of your mom yelling at you when you were in trouble as a child? If it's not traumatic. Oh, God, that's perfect.
She would get all twisted up.
Oh, man.
And she would, so when I was in 8th grade, she would yell at me a lot. You're just hormonal and puberty and all this
Right.
other crap.
And what age is that? I don't know the grade.
Oh, right, because you're homeschooled. So 8th grade, Emma, is 13-ish.
Okay.
12, 13. Right before high school. And it's really for boys,
High school? Okay, that's the last one. Okay, go ahead.
that? It's just a challenging age for boys. They're just, so...
It's
my mom
super easy for girls.
No, it's different challenging for girls.
Different.
They're just all super catty. I have a daughter and a son, so my son is that age. He's going into high school now. And now I get it. So he's the sweetest kid, and I was the sweetest kid. But all of a sudden, my mom would just look at me and she'd be like, asshole! She would just...
That's being a woman right there.
Yeah, you're going to have to explicit tag this one. But that's right. I was like, what did I do? I don't understand why you... What? You're being an asshole! And my mom is this like 5'1", 5 foot, like tiny little, like sweetest lady on the planet. Just like, okay, I'm going to make you eggs for breakfast. And I'd be like, I don't want eggs today, Mom. They're always so runny. Asshole! Yes! It was only that age, though. And so my son is now that age. And he would understand. I get it now. You know, it's just you have these like bursts of hormones where my son grew 3.5 inches in the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year.
Like the Grinch's heart?
Yeah. Like three sizes too big.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he just like shot up, and he's like, you know, his voice is changing, and
that's so exciting for him.
No, it's great, but when it happens,
oh, it's so confusing.
They turn insane. Like,
absolutely,
you know,
who can handle that gracefully?
Right, I don't blame him, but I have to be on the receiving end of it.
And now you're probably appreciating your mother more.
Oh yeah, I totally get it. That was my point. It's just, and you know, they always that cliche thing where they're like, oh, you know, when you have a kid that's your age, you'll understand one day, and you're like, just don't say that. I don't want to hear that. But then when it actually happens, you're like, damn it.
No, yeah, so I still don't appreciate my mother because I don't have kids.
Okay.
And she stopped saying that, and I think it's because she's finally. I'm like 27. Like at the last Mother's Day, she was like, tell your cousin Sarah Happy Mother's Day, and your cousin Bridget and Brittany and Danielle and Michelle and just all these. She just named off like 30 cousins.
Why you have to tell them? Oh, you're just saying because they're moms?
Because they're moms. And then she's
Are they younger than you or older than you?
Both. So that's fun. No, I say this to say, my mom used to say, when she got mad, she'd go, Emma Howard.
Yeah. Was that your, what's Howard? Is that your middle name or?
That's my brother's middle name.
Why?
Well, I think it was because my grandfather was named that, so they named him.
No, but why would she call you Emma Howard?
Oh, I think she was just used to yelling at him more. So she'd get confused.
Take his middle name.
Maybe she forgot.
Okay.
Maybe she forgot my middle name, but I'd always hear, Emma Howard! And I'd be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, you know, when they add names,
and I'd put out the fire.
You're in trouble.
Right.
Right. So you can call me Jeff. It's sort of like my adult, it sounds adultish.
I think that should be the name of your podcast.
What, adultish?
No. Oh, I do like that.
That's not bad.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking you can call me Jeff.
You can call me Jeff.
I just like that. That's a nice ring to it. What is the name of your podcast?
It's called Apple iPhone Daily.
Apple iPhone Daily.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that.
If you search Jeff Landsman, it comes up.
Jeff Brian Landsman?
No, just Jeff Landsman.
Do you find something? You find something else altogether?
Yeah.
Jeff.
If you search
Landsman.
Quirky nerd, it comes right. No.
Oh, that's adorable. And is there anything you want to say about?
Oh, about my company?
Right.
So actually I do the podcast through the company. It's called Phase 6 Productions.
Awesome.
PHASE, the number 6 Productions.
Jeff brought me a hat today.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
On the show, I gotta bring something.
Oh, swag.
Yeah, some swag.
I got some swag.
Of course.
And how am I wearing my hat right now?
All backwards and fun.
Oh,
cool. I don't think I can pull that off. I'll do a little side.
Oh, we put it to the side. Oh, that's great. Oh, nowadays everybody want to talk. Like
there was one of our improv classes. I was supposed to be like a bro, like in a bar.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was
just like, backwards.
You got to backwards hat it right away.
I love that.
Which you're not really supposed to be wearing at, like, you know, an improv, like your clothes aren't
part of it.
No.
That's why I take them off immediately.
Yeah, and I usually wouldn't wear a hat in the improv class, but I feel like with the writing class, it just seems so appropriate. It's like every writer I always see, they're wearing a hat. So I was like, I got to wear the part, at least try and aspire to it.
Yes. So are your glasses real?
Yeah, they're real. Yeah. So when you turn, I had perfect vision. Perfect.
Wow. Okay. So like, and you worked with Oprah.
That nonsense.
And you had perfect vision.
Yeah.
And you have
creative life. I'm heir to the throne on top of it.
That's
all.
right.
So it's just a perfect life.
Oh,
it's
bow before you. No, I'm just kidding.
You can stand now. It's okay.
I will. I'm standing for the podcast.
Perfect.
I'm very lazy in real life. I'm not really standing. But at the same time, I joke. But you're so wonderful. Thank you for being here too.
Stop it.
Keep going now. Okay. I'm sorry.
Like I said earlier, I do believe in good energy.
Snaps for you.
All this other that.
Yeah.
So So what was the question? What?
Oh, we were talking about your mother, but I don't want to do that anymore because I don't want to offend anyone. She must be a lovely lady because you turned out great.
It's fine. Oh, she's great. She's a great lady. She's an incredible grandmother to my kid. I mean, just spectacular. She's a very important person in my life.
I always think I just want to skip right to being a grandmother and not have to, then it sounds easier. It sounds like more fun.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's like it's all the fun stuff and none of the nonsense.
Absolutely. I don't know. I'll look into it. So what I would like you to do is...
Go on.
I would like for you to say the Pish Tosh podcast 3 times fast for me.
This is the... I heard that.
This is my bit.
I was practicing, actually.
No way! Oh my God!
I did it the one time he was doing it. I was like, I could do that.
Oh my God! I need to have people never listen to
take a drink of water before I'm on the spot here.
Yeah, lube it up.
The Pish
Get
Tosh
ready.
podcast.
Pish Tosh broadcast. That's what my dad still calls it right now.
That's actually a good name too.
He said, "Where can I find your broadcast?" He's from Jersey.
Broadcast.
Yeah, that's how he talks.
Oh, he's from Jersey?
Yeah, he's been in North Carolina for 30 years.
Okay, but he's still got his Jersey accent?
Yeah, still 100% Jersey.
So my wife is from Jersey.
No way.
Yeah, and she's very like Chicago accent. Like you would never know. But every once in a while, if she's talking to her family for a little while on the phone, she'd be like, "Well, let's go to the mall." I'm like, "Wait, what? What was that last thing you said?"
Where are we going?
The mall. I'm like, "No, that's not what. No,
I heard
you said mall."
Oh my God! When I first got here, I was on the phone, walking through a grocery store, and people were like actively turning their heads to look at me because I was talking to my good friend, and she's born and raised in North Carolina, and so when I talked to her. I'm more southern even than I would be. Yeah, so I'll be like, "Oh my God, what Uncle Porky do? Y'all wouldn't believe it. Oh, jeez, crass."
Do you have an Uncle Porky?
I know like 15 people that have Uncle Porkies.
Really?
In North Carolina, I think it's a very common thing.
Is that their real name, or is that just what they're called?
I think that's what they're called, and they must not be that. They have a few things in common.
Okay.
They have a niece and or a nephew.
Okay. Makes sense to be an uncle.
Yeah, they are, I would say the nice way to put it is plus sized.
Okay.
I think that's what they call it now. More to love. Husky. My mom always said healthy.
Healthy?
She'd say, "Oh, you don't, you're not fat, you're healthy." And I'd be like, "Thanks, I know what that means."
There's big boned. Yes. There's that one
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
Okay.
I always think of that being something else, but you're right, that is for being a little chunky.
Yeah.
Chunky's another good one.
Chunky.
Have you ever heard the song, I Love Her 'Cause She's Healthy?
No.
I love her because she's healthy. I love her because she's chunky. It's a good one. You have to look it up. I think it actually was made for the classic film Madagascar 3.
Oh, that is a classic.
Yeah.
Yes. So many unanswered questions at the end of.
And I need you to do Pish Tosh podcast 3 times
Ready?
fast.
Here we go.
Because I really want to talk about Toy Story 3 now. I mean,
Ready?
4.
Okay, here we go.
After this.
Do I say the or is it no the?
I'm going to say no.
Is it the Pish Tosh?
It is the Pish Tosh, but I think it'd be harder.
You just want to say Pish Tosh podcast.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Pish Tosh podcast, Pish Tosh podcast, Pish Tosh podcast. Yes.
Oh my God. David Anderson Loken, go to hell.
I'm the winner so far. I'm the winner.
Oh my God.
We'll see after multiple episodes
that was great.
Who gets the crown.
That's better than I say it.
Well, I don't think it's...
Slowly, once.
Really?
I think so. I'm never going to say it again.
Okay. Maybe at the end.
Not anymore. I'm glad it's recorded.
You can use mine. Intro. Yeah, you can use it as your bumper.
I will.
Sure.
Yes. I'm going to clip them all together at the end of the season. And just have a nonstop. It'll be like 4 minutes of people saying Pish Tosh podcast.
Love it. It'll certainly get the brand out there.
I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Oh. So, we mentioned Madagascar 3. We did.
Yeah.
You and I.
I don't think I saw... Was that the one with the clown?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see it.
I wouldn't say it was the best of them.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. I watch a lot of children's movies as an adult.
As do I. Well, I saw Toy Story 4 yesterday.
Did you now?
Yes.
I would love to talk about it. Without any spoilers, are there? I'm sure there's spoilers because
I don't like. Yeah, it's even when we were in the theater, we were talking about it afterwards, and I'm like trying because people were walking in.
That's right. I got an idea.
Yeah.
How about instead of talking about the actual movie itself in any way, shape, or form, I want you to describe point by point what your facial expressions were throughout the movie.
A lot of smiles and grins, and yeah, it was good. Yeah, a lot of. Actually, there's one person next to me with a family, which it's a family film, so it's good, great. Not a lot of smiles were happening in the first 20 minutes of this movie because I don't know if this happens to you when you go to theaters, but we sit down and it's reserved seats now, and it's like a whole thing. This theater is like, which is great. It's like great. You get your seats and you go in and you're ready to have fun in the movies, and this giant family of probably 7 or 8. One of the kids was like a year old probably. Sits next to us, and I'm like, it's all good. This is a family movie. Bring the family, of course. I'm thinking the 1-year-old's gonna lose it because it's a long time. I remember when my kids were that age, we would not take them to. Yeah, we wouldn't because it's a challenge to sit for 2 hours. They have to go to the bathroom. They're still not potty trained yet, and all sorts of stuff.
Talking full sentences at that age.
Right. No, or talking at all.
Or talking. See, I don't know.
Yeah, one they don't. Yeah, maybe
they're not
a word
walking,
or two.
Maybe they're walking.
Yeah, they could be, but they may not be. Yeah. I mean, it's like you're really. Yeah, you're still very needy at 1.
I'm 27.
Are you still very needy?
I'm still very needy, and I don't run now.
Okay.
Maybe I'm a baby.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Do you think it had something to do with being homeschooled?
I think a lot of things have a lot to do with being homeschooled.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Still don't know my middle name. I think that's why I get so excited about everybody else's. I think
I thought your middle name's not Marie?
Yeah, and you know what? You're right. I found my birth certificate for the first time recently. I was born at home in North Carolina.
Oh, you were homeschooled and home birth.
Home birth. Actually, my mom, she didn't. Not to give too much away, because she gets very upset when I tell about my life.
Okay.
And she always says, Emma, if you're gonna write a book about your life, just wait until I'm dead. And I say, Mom, I'm sorry you're not dead. And no, all in jest. But she didn't want to do the whole thing. She didn't want to do the Social Security card or register me as like a human or anything. And I was
This is off the record.
Yeah, I was off the record or whatever.
Okay,
I was and this is really, I'm putting this out here for everybody now. And
well, you're on the record now. So.
I'm on the record now,
yeah.
And this is a scary thing for me to admit, but I feel like I could be vulnerable with you, Jeffrey Brian Landsman.
Okay, I'm listening.
I was not vaccinated. Yeah, I'm one of those. So I'm pretty sure you can get measles from high fives.
Well, I think I've had all my vaccinations, so I can't get anything. You would get it for me, if anything.
Can you transfer if you're vaccinated? Can you transfer measles?
This is such a hot topic, right?
It is. It's so. I'm terrified every day, and I'm in a big city right now.
Yeah.
It's like I could get it anywhere, and also I'm not clean at all. Like I'm like eating things off the floor, and I'm like licking things that are not food. It's like, well, and just I can't control it. I told you, I just do it.
You get hungry, and you just got to go with what's around you.
Yeah, or curious, like a baby. You just got to put it in my mouth because I want to understand it with that sense.
What it's all about.
Your mouth has so many different
senses. Now I'm
senses.
connecting the dots, Emma. I get it now.
That's how I learned.
I don't want to get too political, but I will say that I have a friend who is an ER doctor in Florida. In
the show or the actual?
The actual
place?
Doctor. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I always say to him, I'm like, what I do for a living is such a waste of everything, and what you do for a living, you're saving people and all this stuff. I'm making whatever.
I feel the same way.
Commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, but if you don't do what you do, then people don't have anything to live for. Entertainment is why we live. It's why we.
Oh, that makes me happy.
And I was like, oh, that's such a thoughtful answer.
Poignant, yeah.
So he's telling me, I still think what he does is way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's literally saving lives every day.
Yes.
So
it's really hard to laugh or enjoy a commercial when you're dead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he was just, he's seeing a lot more people with illnesses that would be prevented if they had the vaccinations.
I'm not.
So that's sort of my politically correct.
No, I actually went back. I had a good what they call a good government job in North Carolina.
Working at the post office or
the public library.
Public library.
Yeah,
okay.
which I love the public libraries.
I love I go to my public library on a weekly basis.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm going to get measles anywhere,
that's where you're
it's going to be at the public library. That's okay. I'm going to risk it for my people. Yesterday I can't talk about it right now because the police had to be called multiple times at work yesterday. But that's working at a public library, man. It was an intense day.
Okay.
So, but we all survived. We all made it out.
Okay, good.
It was a good time.
Wow. Now I'm dying to know this story.
I know.
But
I'll tell you off the broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one too. Oh, and maybe like statute of limitations, I can tell you next week. I don't know.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can tell me whenever you want. You feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Just not on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Okay, great. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to talk about this stuff when you're not around. Secrets don't make friends. Okay. So, I did get some of my vaccinations because I was able to through work, like working for the government. Like I could go to the health department. Yeah. And get vaccinated. So I went one day and I got like 10 shots in a row, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun. Am I vaccinated?" And they're like, "No, you're gonna have to come back in 3 months and get like 5 more, and then you're gonna have to come back in like 6 months and get some more, and then like 9 months."
How old were you when that happened?
This was last year.
Oh, recently.
Yeah. It was kind of when it started becoming a thing, and I didn't tell anyone that I wasn't vaccinated, and I was like, "Is it too late now?" And they're like, "On some of them it is. Like on some of them, you just fingers crossed." So. Yeah,
I know.
So 50 is generous. That's why.
No, you'll be fine.
I get the midlife crisis over.
You know, I think with there's certain ones that just won't be fun if you get like chicken pox, and like there's certain ones when you get them when you're older can be really challenging to deal with.
This might not be because I mean this is supposed to be just a fun.
Yeah, this is
a fun conversation.
This is intense.
I'll ask you later off the air.
Okay.
I don't know what measles are.
Okay, we can talk about it off.
I feel like it's going to be sad for me as like someone who wasn't vaccinated to find out in real time.
You don't want them. I'll just say that's my answer.
It doesn't sound like measles. Everyone sounds very upset about getting it.
Even the name measles is like, ooh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it sounds like weasels, but like
bad.
not fun. Like goes the measles.
Oh, there's your other. Isn't that one of your supporters? Your commercials?
Yes.
The gum.
Yes.
Yeah, which I purchased some. It works very well, by the way, that gum.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I did choke a little, but I was able to I woke up, so it was good.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the whole point.
But I'm a big fan of the products that support your show.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. Yes.
Even the ones that aren't meant for men. I feel like there was...
No, Teat Balm. That's especially meant for men.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's what I was...
Yeah.
That's who I market to the most.
Okay. All right, great. Well, I'm your target audience.
Men need to calm their tits.
Yeah.
I'm not sexist. Everybody does. Every now and then.
You had to say it.
That's right.
You were waiting. You two waiting to bring it out.
Oh my God. I am always wanting to bring out the nips. Okay. I think this is a good segue to go to another commercial break.
All right. I can't wait to hear who's sponsoring this week.
Yeah. Let's see who it is. Okay. I've definitely decided already by this point.
Great.
Who's going to be coming up. So let's hear from this fabulous sponsor.
This is an important message from the AAVCA, the Anti-Vaccination Commission of America. We trust that your children have been vaccinated. But how do you protect your grandchildren? Now we have the answer for you. Ask your doctor about the anti-vaxxer vaccination. You simply give the shot to your child so that they themselves do not become an anti-vaxxer. Protect our country. Protect your grandchildren. Protect your lineage.
You okay?
Yeah. We're back with Jeffrey Brian Landsman.
What's going on?
Jeffrey just told me about what measles are.
Yeah.
While we were on commercial break.
Yeah. You doing okay?
Yeah. I think I'm fine.
You seem thrown off a little. Your energy has shifted. Maybe not in the greatest way.
It's lagging.
Okay. Well, do you need a shot of espresso? What can we do to get you out of your slump?
Maybe just maybe one more, maybe another high five.
Okay. Are you ready? You got to keep your eyes open, though. I'm going to let your listeners know if you kept your eyes open. Here we go. Hey, you did it.
I kept them open.
Yeah, you did.
I'm so good at high fiving.
Your energy's back.
Oh my God.
That's great.
Oh, first time for everything, Jeff.
Wow, all right.
Man, okay. I feel great.
Okay, great.
Nothing a little high five can't fix.
Yeah, a little zing.
Yep.
I have a niece who we have this game that we've been playing since they were little, where they would give me a high five, but they really try to like smack it, like super,
my gosh.
like painful five.
Yeah.
And they're both. I have two nieces. They're both amazing at it, like super painful, like wham, where it stings. But I'm like and I always like do like I over embellish. I always go.
Oh, and I bet they just
they love it. They love it. Yeah. But the joke is like if it hurts for me.
They don't call you Jeff, do they? Uncle Jeff,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
If it hurts for me, it hurts for them too.
Oh my God, that's a good
but they don't even think about it.
Have you ever tried to like reciprocate and just give them the hardest high five you could? Their tiny little girl hands?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, you go.
I'm always like, all right, I'll see you soon. And they see it as the opportunity. They know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
they just
I'm
come in for it like a little bee sting. But
they love it.
Smacking you.
Yep.
Oh, kids.
Yeah. Oh,
God.
children.
They're great.
They're wonderful.
So also while we were on our commercial break, I did some research into Jeffrey Brian Landsman. I mean, not while we were on our commercial break. I did this research months ago.
Right, before
when I
we
knew
met.
that I was going to do this
met.
podcast.
Yeah.
And I knew I would be here in Illinois, and I knew I would be
way back in April.
Yes.
Beginning of April.
When I was
came at
born.
the end of April. Right. Well, you said you feel like a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Your new life. This is your rebirth.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. It's a Goo Goo Gaga podcast. All right. So
Pish Tosh aren't the least.
Yeah, that's not the most ridiculous name that I can think of. Yes.
It's perfect for a baby.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
Yes. The Articulate Podcast by Emma, what's it?
Yeah.
Marie?
Emma Marie.
Yeah. Emma Marie Rose.
Emma Marie Rose presents
That's right.
the Pish Tosh podcast.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, see, that's why it can't be Pish Posh.
Pish Posh.
No, I don't like that.
How did you come up with Pish Tosh?
Apparently.
Is this something that you say, or?
This is something I say a lot.
Okay.
Embarrassingly enough. Well, you saw from my I'm wearing a very floral shirt.
It is very floral. I
Actually,
like it. Your collar's actually, you gotta fix it.
Is it flipped?
Yeah, it's flipped. There you go.
Doesn't that mean I'm
Unflipped.
cool? I've been popping it?
I wouldn't know. I've passed the age of understanding what's cool or not.
Oh, that's okay. No, this is very cool, Jeff.
Okay, oh yeah.
This floral shirt, I don't know what material this is. It's very, it's not soft.
Oh, it's not?
No.
It looks like some sort of linen.
Some sort of linen, yeah. And right? It's, I think it's about 4 sizes too large.
Yeah, it's definitely too big on you.
I got it for $1.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Guess how much these pants were?
$1.
Yes, I gave him a hint there.
You held up a finger.
That's right.
I was going to say 50 cents, but then I didn't want to insult you. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no. This shirt and these pants were $1 each, though.
So $2.
So $2.
The whole outfit.
The whole outfit.
And the hat
yesterday.
was free, so
yes. Yep.
Win.
And actually, this brassiere I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get to it. I'm not going to show you anything. But the brassiere I'm wearing came from my friend's grandmother.
It was hers?
It was hers. And it still says on the inside, if you flip it on the inside, and see, I can't show you because I'm a respectable young lady, but it says Mama Sprinkle.
I'm going to have to trust you on this.
Yeah.
It says Mama Sprinkle?
Yeah.
Is that her name, or is it just...
What's the is
that a brand?
That's the brand, yeah. No, that's her grandma. I don't know what's more ridiculous, but the facts are
Mama
that
Sprinkle.
It says Mama Sprinkle.
I love
and it's
that.
written in Sharpie on the inside. Well, it's because my friend's grandmother was at a retirement community.
But why was she giving away her brassieres?
I think they were too small on her.
Oh, she got older and then they weren't keeping...
Things just moved around and yeah.
And so you're like, yeah, I'll take
It's hard to buy bras this small.
I'll take it. I'll take Mama Sprinkle's brassieres.
Right.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Like, how did you end up with it?
Well, my good friend, she said,
these would be good
Emma,
for you.
I know you like garbage clothes. And I was going to throw these out because they're too small for my grandma. And I said, well, fuck, yeah, I'll take these bras. I wish I could show you, but I have a partner, and you have a wife, and I can't show you, and I'm so sad.
I'm gonna trust you on this in this day and age.
I'll bring it with me next time.
Everything is just
when I'm not wearing it.
You can explain to me what's happening,
and I'll show you
and I will listen
off of my person.
Okay. It's interesting.
What's your underpants situation? No, okay, that's not.
I like the Lucky jeans, the Lucky, all the brand, their underwear, their jeans, their shirts, some of the shirts.
Well, you look very
lucky. This one's
lucky.
not a Lucky shirt, but the jeans are.
Very nice.
They're just comfortable.
That's good.
And also, I'm not cool enough to know what's like cool. And so I'm like, well, these are not uncool. They're fine. It's like I'm not wearing like Levi's or something, which I guess are fine too, but they're like, they feel like they're kind of like pajamas, like they're super soft for jeans.
They are soft.
And so I like them just because they're cozy.
Wow, yeah.
And they're not terrible, so.
No.
Lucky.
A fine pair of
Mama Lucky.
Mama Lucky. Mama got a new pair of jeans.
Yes.
Great. Okay, I have no idea what we were talking about.
Yeah, you.
I was telling you about the research that I did.
Oh yeah,
on Jeffrey.
Deep research.
God,
yes.
I like having you. I'm gonna have you back.
Oh great,
this is fun.
That's fun for me too. I hope the listeners are enjoying it.
I hope so too. And if you, I can't hear if they're enjoying it.
Well, let's ask them right now.
Hi guys. I don't know how podcast.
You guys.
This is only my second one.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring it out.
I think you're doing great.
But I've done some research on Jeffrey Brian Landsman, and apparently, not only is he a student of the Second City, currently with me in a writing class, but you've graduated. I've since learned since we started the podcast, you've graduated from the Second City all the way through the improv program.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that you could have gotten in the conservatory program if you auditioned. I have no doubt in my mind.
Thank you. I don't know. We'll see if that's true.
You own your own production company?
Yes.
Phase 6 Productions?
Yes.
What am I doing right now?
Turning the hat around so I could see the logo.
That's right. In case you forget.
I know.
In case you forget. No, and that's so everyone can see the logo. Well, not our listeners, but that's everyone that I see for the rest of the day. I'll wear this for the rest of the day.
Oh, awesome.
There's nothing to wear to a Pride festival like a black hat.
I love it. A black hat with no color in it.
No color.
I gotta get rainbow versions.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah, the logo has always been black and white intentionally because I like the sort of roots of film, which is black and white.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, I've got a T-shirt for you. It's black and white.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love the yin yang of black and white. I love the.
Ebony.
We have dark sides, ebony and ivory. Yeah, piano. Exactly.
Right.
Like there's just something very pure
like
about
classic.
the classic simplicity of dark and light.
Right.
And,
Night and day.
Night and day. And so when I designed I didn't personally design it. I had a graphics person design it, but I gave him some sort of ideas, and he gave me some with color. I'm like, no, just it should be black and white. And so there's that one that you're wearing, and then there's the same but inverted.
White and black.
Yeah, and it's not pure white actually. It looks like it on the hat.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, but the actual logo, it's almost white. There's it's like a little drop down to gray. I think that's white because the company that I used to make the hat, they just had to make it white.
It looks great though.
Thank you. Yeah, the guy who did it, his name's Matt. He's a very talented graphics designer that I worked with.
I think these pants are.
Yeah.
Is it more like these pants colors?
Yeah. It's like a little slight shade of brightness down.
Right. I think these pants were white when they probably were first
At one
made.
point before they became $1.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So in my researching, and as a librarian, they taught me how to look things up on the internet.
Before this is so in my day and age we had microfiche.
Oh, okay. They taught me.
You've heard of that?
Oh yeah. I've done lots of and microfilm and microfiche. Yes, I dealt with the reels on a regular basis. I actually worked in the history and genealogy department for years.
Oh, so you know, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. The old newspapers, old land records and directories.
Yeah.
The Landsman land records.
Yeah,
Actually, that's how I knew your lineage was
that's how
so
you
pure.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I don't like the word pure. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. Pure.
Yeah.
Healthy. That's a place, right?
Yeah, that's a place.
Okay. So in my research, I found that Jeffrey Brian Landsman has been nominated for an Emmy. And by an Emmy, I mean 2 Emmys.
Yeah.
I thought it was more dramatic if I said it that way.
Oh, that was good.
What a twist.
I like that.
He was nominated for 2 Emmys. I don't know if I've even met an Emmy nominated
Well, you have.
human.
You know me.
Well, yeah, that I knew of before. Why didn't you tell me this like the moment I looked you in the eye? I guess because you're a modest, humble human man.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know. I just, it's great. So when I worked at Harpo, which was Oprah's company, the editors were nominated, the multicam editors were nominated for the Oprah Winfrey Show. And so I was nominated twice, and I lost both times to Sesame Street.
And what is Sesame Street? If anyone doesn't know what
Everyone
Sesame
knows what
Street
Sesame
is,
Street
everybody
is.
knows
Yeah.
what Sesame Street. I call it Professor Sesame Street because that was my first teacher.
Yeah, well, it's everybody's introduction to learning. Not everybody's, but many people.
Many people.
Anyone
yeah.
who has
especially
TV.
like
especially my
80s
generation
and
too.
90s.
Yeah. 70s. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
My math is rough.
It's
They
okay.
didn't do enough
It's all
math
right.
in Sesame Street.
Like,
It
yeah.
was like mostly Sesame Street was a lot of letters and a lot of like
Yeah.
a lot of sharing.
The letter of the
and
day
stuff. Yeah,
is
a lot of
S.
letters. And then I did Bill Nye, was another of my professors.
Yeah, he was passed after me.
Oh, Bill Nye. My mom used to leave VHS
We had
tapes
Mr.
at
We had
home.
Mr. Wizard on Nickelodeon,
Mr.
who was
Wizard.
sort of the precursor to Bill Nye. He was an old guy who
my God.
did like science stuff on Nickelodeon. I used to watch
I
that.
thought I imagined him.
Yeah, no, he's a real guy, Mr. Wizard.
Wow.
Look him up. So
I will.
I lost to Sesame Street both times. We all did. And the thing is, if you're voting, you're gonna, should I give it to these like Harpo guys that like work for Oprah, or should I give it to the like underfunded,
Yeah.
I would vote for Sesame Street over me.
Yeah, but you're
you
right.
know.
If you're going to lose to anybody,
You want to lose
there's
to
some honor
Muppets.
in that.
If you're going to lose,
Yes,
you want to lose
absolutely.
to some
La, 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 la.
inanimate
La, la, la.
objects. But no, it was very rewarding, and I said to you, when we were at the commercial break, that
Measles are hell.
measles are
And I
hell,
will
and
most
also
definitely get
I
them.
don't put a ton of value on statues and awards and these
Right.
kinds of things. Thankfully, I've won a bunch through my company,
Yes.
but I don't really talk about it because I really do believe it's about relationships, it's about work, it's about creativity, it's about what you're doing and what I like to do, which is sort of making your own path.
Right.
And so it's nice to be recognized, of course. I'm grateful.
No, not to mention the multiple many awards you won in just in the last year. What you won the awards for is heart-wrenchingly beautiful. Just the little bit of information
Thank
I
you.
got when we were on the break.
Thank you.
Not to go into too many
Yeah.
details.
You can go, if you go to Phase 6 Productions, I think it's like mentioned, but even there I don't have like a page of, here are all the awards. It'll just say, usually when I do an update to the website, which is, shameless plug here.
Yeah. No,
Phase
go right
6,
ahead.
PHASE, the number 6, Productions, plural.com.
6 PH.
No.
Phase 6
Productions.
Productions.
.com.
PHASE.
Yeah. The number 6.
SIX. The number
No,
6.
the number 6.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly how it is on
I'm not
my hat.
I'm
and
not
your
an
hat.
editor. You're an editor.
Yes.
So this is all going in there.
Great.
Phase 6 Productions.com.
.com. Yeah, so if you go there, usually I update like once a year where I'll, I update it more often, but I'll add in, recently this happened or whatever.
Right.
And so the thing we were talking about it's for very important,
And
I
the
wouldn't call it a
awards
charity, but
are not, the awards are great, but the impact that you had on these communities.
well,
in
I hope
these
so. I
suburbs.
hope there's some value in it. I mean,
Yeah, you
I was
can't
at the
measure
lunch
that, but
where.
wow.
So this I can just mention that it's for a great cause called Off the Street Club in Chicago, and it's these kids. It's a youth center for these kids that really need it. And so the piece that I worked on is on the site, but in addition, they showed it at the lunch, and then the intention is for it all the money that goes to fund the center for the next year comes from that lunch. Really, I mean they have other donations, but a big percentage comes from the lunch. So it was meant to elicit donations, really, to help. So that's sort of the kind of stuff I
You can really feel good about doing. Like we said, you're
love.
making a difference.
Yeah, I mean, not always. Like I work on a lot of stuff.
I mean, we're professionals. I mean, you're a professional.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not anymore.
When I worked on for Oprah, there was a lot of good. I felt like most of the stuff I was editing had a good intention.
Right.
I worked on the Dr. Oz show. Usually, not always did that. My joke at that was like, how many promos have we done where it's like, is your soup killing you?
Oh my God,
I would cut the
yes.
promos. And we'd do 3 different stories each promo. It was also the show open, so you tune in and say, today on the Dr. Oz show.
Nice.
Are your feet swelling?
Oh
Could
my
that
God.
mean you're dying?
Probably.
It was like every little thing in your house, you're like, I'm gonna die. Like to your point about living to 50, it's like, is your blanket poison?
Yes.
What? I don't know. It seems fine. It's like we discovered problems with microfibers that could kill you.
Oh!
It was so it's kind of like scare tactic. But then as the show went on, he kind of got like, some of it was that, and then he'd have guests on, and then so we stopped doing the promos after a couple years, and then the Oprah Winfrey Network was launched while I was there, and they moved me to be one of the senior creative editors for that, and that was good. It was like life class, like Live Your Best Life, and Super Soul Sunday, and all these other shows.
Positive energy.
Yeah. Well, then there was another show called Iyanla Fix My Life, which I loved.
What's it called again?
Iyanla Fix My Life.
Iyanla?
Iyanla. Yeah, she's a woman who has a ton of degrees, but it's a phenomenal show, but it's more like reality dramatic, but you go in and help these families fix their lives.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that was the one that was...
Or was it a little sketchy?
It depends on the guest. Like, it depends on who she was helping. But then, since then, I've been working
with small... What an exciting career you've had.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I used to do TV commercials before that.
That's
so I worked on the Oscar Mayer commercials where, I wish I were. I did the Brinks commercials for years where they would break in and be like, could this happen to you?
Oh,
you know?
My gosh. You built the tension. You made people laugh.
Yeah,
you helped entire communities. You're just
listen. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, the Jeff of all trades. I'll take it.
El Jefe.
El Jefe, yeah, or just Jefe is really
King Landsman.
Yeah,
You've gotten a lot of nicknames in the last hour.
I love King. Yeah, that sounds good. I never put two and two together to realize since I'm the oldest, I'm really heir to the Landsman throne. But I love that. That's probably more exciting than all this other stuff that we're talking about.
Man, your parents in good health?
Yes, thankfully. Yeah.
I mean, thankfully.
Yeah. A lot of people, it's okay. Yes, my family, a lot of people, everyone's getting older, and I've lost a lot of them recently.
My family's all getting older, too.
It's tough when you get to be my age, though, because that means they're in their late 70s or 80s, like uncles and stuff. I lost an uncle a couple weeks ago who I was close with.
I'm so sorry.
But it's, it's heartbreaking. He was a great guy, Uncle Ron.
We could dedicate this podcast to him.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, you might want to find something better to dedicate to him, but...
No, it's just nice to bring him up. He was just you go through life and you look back when you get a little older and you're like, who are the relationships that have value?
Yeah.
Because just because you're family doesn't mean all the relationships have it. Some people you just don't connect with, or some don't try, and he always put in a really nice effort. He was big into Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that was a sad loss. But on the other side of it, it makes you grateful for every day, and you really have to live your life to the fullest. Like do shows like this, like pack it in, and it's sort of what drives me. It's why I do Apple iPhone Daily. It's why I decided to start my own company. It's why I decided to come to Second City and just do it, because life can be short. Maybe it'll be long, but you have to look at it like, why wait? I love your story where you're just like, I'm moving. I'm going to try this. I heard your 10-year comment on your first show where you're like, I'm going to give it 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I think you should don't
like 6 months.
No, I was going to say don't put a window on it. Just keep doing what you're doing, because
as long as
it does take.
I have this feeling of and I feel like when I lose this feeling for whatever, then I find something else.
You won't, because the thing is, there'll be ups and downs, and you'll get beat up, but then something wonderful will happen on the other side of it.
With the career.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I love that. I didn't. My career as a whole, I'm grateful that it's gone so well. But even with my company, I've had ups and downs, of course. It's normal in business. It's only been open for a little over 3 years.
It's about choice and commitment, I feel
and perseverance. It really is. And also, something that I think is like a great lesson that I learned when I was about your age is always do something creative for you on the side. It doesn't have to, don't do it for income. Don't do it, you may end up accidentally making money off of it, but do it because you're passionate about it, and have it not related to your actual, where are you going with this in your head? Emma?
I'm trying to keep things clean right now.
Why? We've already had the explicit tag.
Oh yeah, that's right. This
to
has
the
been
F word
explicit.
earlier.
Oh no, my mind just went to a bad place when you say, you might accidentally make money. That's all. That's all. I'm not going to elaborate at all.
Let the audience.
Yeah, fill in the blanks.
It's like an
Use
ending,
your imagination, you lazy. I'm just kidding. I love you. Thank you for
spoilers.
listening.
It's like the ending of The Sopranos.
That's right.
We're going to leave it up to you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Thanks for ruining the ending.
Well, you don't know what it is though.
Oh, my mind just filled it in though.
Yeah.
When you said that.
Oh, so you've already left it up to you and you haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now you don't need to watch.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
That's fantastic.
But anyway,
So
not to be too
love affair
serious.
that you've had with your career.
The love affair? Yeah. I don't know if I would call it that. Listen, I feel grateful that when I was like 11, 12, this is before iPads and even computers, really. I mean, it's like I had a Commodore 64. Like, that's how old I am.
Like the bird?
Yeah, no, there were Apple computers and IBMs back then, but what we're used to, like the laptop or the home PC or Mac or whatever, there was this thing called the Commodore 64, which is basically like a gaming machine that also was based in BASIC, which is the language at the time.
Is that with the black screen and the green? And
no, this actually had a blue
screen.
screen. It was blue and a light blue cursor, and disk drives, like actual disks, like floppy disks. And
so yeah, you're doing that's a good time. You had a cursor. You had disc
and you
drives.
could write your own. I learned some basic programming, but back then I was editing.
We're all at different points. It's going to go faster for me. Like, my stuff is outdated. And
my kids we're recording this show on your phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Back then, there's this.
I could barely even talk to my dad on the phone. 10 years ago.
I don't even like talking on the phone anymore. It's like quick FaceTime or a text, and let's just be done with it.
Absolutely.
But anyway, the point was I was editing from a very young age. I was making movies with VHS tapes, and then I would edit them. And we had this VCR where you could put a second audio track, like insert it in. So I would even put music and stuff on the videos.
Wow.
And so I'm grateful that at one point in high school I realized, I can do this for like a job, a living. This is insane.
That is wonderful to come to that realization at that age.
Oh no, I know, because none of my friends.
No,
I have one friend that I did it with a lot. His name's Joel, and I've had him. I don't know if he's been on my latest show, but he works for Fox Sports and he covers the Kansas City Royals on TV. Wow. And so, but he and I would do these like fake newscasts in the basement, and he would be the sports guy, and I would do the news.
That's great.
And I would do the weather, and it was super geeky, but we were doing what we loved, and we were able to make careers out of that.
That's wonderful.
So yeah, I mean, as far as my career goes, I'm just grateful that I'm doing what I love, and this is like when you get to be a little older and you've sort of done what you've not done it, but you've been doing it over and over. A lot
of experience.
That's why what drew me to Second City is like this is a challenge. Like this is a legitimate
Getting out of your comfort zone.
Totally out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
And it's a passion that you have, but you have no experience at it. You're not good at it.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what drew me to Second City, and also when you have your own company, it's just me. And yes, I work with clients, and yes, I hire freelancers and stuff, but it can get a little lonely.
Yeah.
Especially also working with 550 people at Harpo, where it was like, energy everywhere all the time. And so I was like, I'll do the Second City thing. It'll be nice to meet some like-minded people, and then also really be uncomfortable and force yourself
to be vulnerable,
push yourself through it, at least to level A.
Yes.
And to get through all of that and now start the writing, and my intention is to stick with it.
Oh man, I'm so jealous of the class. It sounds like quite a few of you are going on to.
I know I hope so.
Oh. And that's
another great group. We're very lucky. The group, I feel like it's
really
really great people.
I love hearing everybody's stuff.
Me too.
I cannot believe the consistency, really,
for the level one. They call it level one, right?
Yeah, of everybody's work. I mean, it's like we meet, not only do we meet the homework assignments, because there are specific themes. We're trying to, learn a new format altogether that's pretty unfamiliar to a lot of us. But we're also
being really fucking funny when we do it. Like, I'm
really
like surprised every
yeah.
week. Like, how are we still doing this in level 1?
And I feel like everyone has a voice. Like,
they do.
What's really interesting is like I knew that was like, oh, that's Emma's. Like, for sure.
Absolutely. Gosh, I cannot wait to get some more
I'm casting
from our
you
class.
as one of the leads in mine today.
I'm casting you as one of the leads in
great.
mine.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, as I was writing it, I was
yes.
imagining you doing it.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So I'm pointing right now vaguely for our listeners. Jeff doesn't understand either, and neither do I. But I'm pointing towards my improv class. Just a quick note. Like you said, you were feeling a little lonely where you were at, so you came to the second city and you feel that camaraderie again that you might have missed. I am feeling that almost for the first time here. The first time was when I did my first theater play. It was the first audition I ever did.
Where was that?
It was in North Carolina about 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And it was the first time I worked being homeschooled.
Is that something you just initiated, or were you cast, or?
Well, the adaptation was written by a fellow librarian.
Okay.
And it was an amazing...
Was it based on a play or a book?
It was based on Pride and Prejudice. And
Oh,
it was
wow.
like a comedic theater
Like an
adaptation, updated in the round.
Oh, cool.
Every actor is pretty much on the stage the entire 2 hours. And I got the lead.
Wow.
And it was the first audition I ever did. I walked out 6 times, and finally I'll never forget, the front of house manager grabbed my wrist as I was throwing my paper away in the trash can. He was like, Emma, just do it. Just audition. I was like, I'm too nervous. I'm real shy. I'm a librarian. And so I went in, I auditioned, and I got the lead, and it changed my whole life. It was the first performing experience for me outside of the library.
Okay.
And so, and we had a large, it was 14 of us, and every single one of those people are so close to my heart still, and I keep up with them.
The bond that you form is
and if any of you
unique.
are hearing this right now, reach out to me, and because I love hearing from you every time. I'm actually going back to North Carolina next week. Not next week, next month.
Is that the film that you're doing, or?
Yes, I am doing that.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that. And I don't think I've mentioned that either.
Well, I figured I'd do a plug for you.
Yes, that's
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Very
Jeffrey
excited.
Brian Landsman is on IMDb, and this film will be my first credit on IMDb. I'm very excited. The film is Reggie. It's a millennial depression comedy about a man who struggles with feelings of depression and isolation, and he reaches for some help and gets a mini horse as a therapy pet, and wackiness ensues. It's gonna be so good.
Awesome.
I'm so excited. And I have a small role in that I'm going back to North Carolina for.
Okay.
And also during that week that I'll be there, I'm so excited because a lot of my friends that I was in that initial play with are doing Blythe Spirit. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they're doing a play, and a co-star is the director, and somebody else is the stage manager. And it's just so many people involved. I've been looking forward to it so much.
So this sort of emerged out of nowhere, for you. I mean, it's
out of nowhere, yeah.
But was it your goal to do this at one point? Did you always dream I could do that maybe, but I don't know? Was it kind of there and as a seed that you're just I'm waiting to water that thing, I don't really know?
Well, I
or
said, I
just
was
sort of
raised by
surprise you?
TV, and I have this really annoying habit now since I've heard that other people do it too, especially performers and actors usually. But so I'd watch TV as a child just all day and being homeschooled, and I would repeat a lot of what was said immediately. I still do it. It's horribly annoying.
Re-perform it?
Yeah, immediately in real time.
My daughter does that.
Yes. Sometimes I do it in real life.
My son does it.
And it's very
during,
offensive.
Yeah.
Yes, people will say things to me and I'll say them back to them, and I'm like, it's a habit. I'm not making fun of you. I swear. Oh, there was a man who walked in the library and he just snapped his fingers and he goes, "Hey girl." And it's how do you not say that back? It threw me off. But so I say all that to say, being in this improv group, being so far away from anything familiar, and learning how to work as a team is incredible, because I did the stand-up, and that's great, but that's just you up there.
Right. Oh, it's
stuff
totally
that you've written,
totally
you're totally
different.
alone, and people are terrified to
and
do
it's
that.
also
and
rehearsed and refined, and
And with
it's
the improv,
a
it's so
rhythmic
much
thing.
trust with the improv, and so much give and take, and it's I'm really learning this teamwork
like in real time in the class, like for the first time, is great. And I love these people. I get so excited to see them do things. Actually, the teacher called me out last week, or the week before, because I missed this past week. But the teacher called me out because I'm watching this scene and everybody's quiet and we're watching it, and I just start clapping, and I don't even realize I'm doing it, and like no one's clapping, it's a class. And
well, they clap at the end though.
At the end they do. At the end they do. But it's just mid-scene, I'm clapping, and the teacher stops everything, and he's like, wait a minute, and he goes, Emma, and I'm like, oh, and I realize I've been clapping in the scene.
Who's your teacher?
Can I say it?
Well, what's the first name? Just say me the first name.
Ed. And I love him. Oh my gosh, he's fantastic.
I haven't had him for anything.
It's a good
There's a lot of teachers here.
Yes. Oh, it's great.
Every teacher I had was great in one way or another. Not everyone loved every teacher in the group, but I did. Like it was that every teacher has a unique voice.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
In
and
a
it's
great
like
way.
it's so hard not to appreciate anybody that's teaching you something. Like for me, I
Totally
love learning, and so it's like even the people that are objectively not great people, if you're going to teach me something, I'm going to appreciate that.
Oh, well, yeah,
you
we
know?
don't have to hang out. Just
Right.
be a good teacher.
Exactly.
And the rest of your life is your
Exactly.
thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So he was just like, he stopped the class and he used it as a teaching moment. He was like, Emma, he was like, can you tell us specifically why you were clapping? And I was like, I didn't realize I was. And I was like, but blah, 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 that was so funny because so-and-so and I wasn't expecting it. What a twist or whatever, and what quick thinking. And so it became a learning moment, but it just shows how much I'm enjoying this class, ridiculous amounts. I'm like a friggin' Cocker Spaniel just bouncing around at every class. I'm so excited.
But so you didn't answer my question. What drove you to
Honda
suddenly,
Civic.
besides the physical machine that got you there, what was the inspiration to get you
my God.
to just say, I'm moving, I'm doing it?
See, I grew up in
You did
in
the
my
theater
library.
thing 2 years ago, so that was like the sort of, oh, I got a taste of it. But what led to that? It's always fascinating to me because we have kind of similar stories in that you weren't behind the scenes, but in some ways you were because you didn't really have a traditional schooling experience, and you were behind the scenes in a different way.
Yes,
And is it just that it's that built up, like, I got to see the other side?
I think so. I think as much attention that I didn't get as a child, I'm going to get it all now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Pretty much so. I say I'm just kidding, but there's probably some truth to that. Yeah,
for everybody
absolutely.
who performs.
Absolutely. I just heard something the other day. With
Yeah.
narcissists, and we all need attention and everything like that. But now I just kind of own it in a way too. And also, I've spent years. Where the only books that I read, and of course I read a lot of books, were women comedian memoirs, and it was like day in and day. It was like Tina Fey and Sarah Silverman and Amy Poehler and Rachel Dratch, and I was just, oh man, so many. I can't, of course, when I try to think of it.
So I'm going to really date
Lynch.
myself because I actually saw. You were just born. I saw
You saw
in
me
1990.
born?
No, in 1993.
That was just my mom and dad and the dogs.
No, it had to be later than that. In the mid 90s, I saw the cast. It was probably 95 or 96 maybe. It was Tina Fey.
Oh my God.
Scott Adsit, Rachel Dratch.
Jeez Louise.
The
original bunch.
Yeah, I mean there's so many casts that go through here, but I saw them perform
here at the Second City.
Yeah, and in fact, I'll show you when we leave. Right outside this classroom is the photo of that cast.
Wow!
And it was outside my level C or D class for improv, and I just was like, boy, this is really a full circle moment, because even though I was an adult in 1995, technically I was your age.
I have so much
I still look back and I'm like, that
was
like the beginning of I want to try and do something like that one day. I don't know if I want to go to that level, but I want to try it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. I'm not gonna. I gotta have a career, and then now it's finally I feel like you can get older and have a second wind almost.
Right.
And do something different, totally different than what you do for your job.
I completely agree. And I don't want to go too dark, but also, there's been a lot of points in my life that were really rough, and these comedians and everything, they made me laugh when that was not the reaction that people would have.
Yeah.
And that meant so much to me.
And many of them have probably gone through similar
else. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually writing a book. I don't know if we've talked about this.
No.
I'm almost done with the first one. I've got one chapter, and then I'm done with the first of 3.
Wow.
And it's going to be entirely illustrated.
Love it.
And the first book is The octopus ink. It's about this tattoo that I have on my back.
Okay.
Have I told you about that?
No.
I've got this giant octopus. Real quick story. It's got 8 tentacles. It's got 7 tentacles actually. Each tentacle has been done in a different state by a different tattoo artist.
Very cool.
So I walk.
So wait,
in.
you're waiting for the 8th.
I am. I think I'm not going to get the 8th. I think
Just leave it
because then I can never die.
It's unwritten.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a dot, dot, dot.
Yeah,
like
I can't.
Yeah.
The 8th tentacle's not there, so
it.
this is not how I go. I actually walked around the city for a few hours by myself last night, and I was listening to the cars backfiring, which is weird because I've seen like so many mechanics around here, and I was like, it's so weird.
The cars backfiring.
and I would get
It's
scared
not a
every
band,
now and then.
You were actually listening to the cars.
Yeah, it was great. And I just don't worry. Also, it probably goes back to what you were saying on the Dr. Oz show, where you're like, your bed sheets are going to kill you and strangle you while you sleep, and like everything you do is going to kill you. Yeah. I think that has ruined my brain because now I think nothing's going to kill me.
Well, in some ways you have to because the world that we live in now is so
like saturated
hyper
with it.
Dangerous. I mean, it
Right.
literally is, but also. It's one of the reasons I'm here.
It's
like, you got to just live your life to the fullest and
don't
hope
let
for
that
the
fear
best.
hold you back. We're all afraid.
Correct.
But it's who's it keeps from doing what they want to do.
Absolutely.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah. Ooh, that's profound.
Oh, thank you. I went to the Grand Canyon for the first time last year, and I didn't expect it to be because I haven't had a problem with heights.
Yeah.
Like one of the most terrifying experiences of my life.
Yeah, I went a few years ago. It was terrifying?
It was
Did you hike it or no?
No, I
kinda
actually went
looked out
back to
and
my
you're like,
car
yeah,
and I have this massive helmet, and I put the helmet on just to like get close enough to the edge.
Do if you fall
I don't know because my head will be intact, but every bone in the rest of my body will just be a bag of skin full of bone fragments at the end
Big
of it.
splat with just a head like, well,
but it was enough.
I'm okay.
Like it was like I'm protecting the brain right now that is feeling all the fear.
So you didn't hike it or anything? You just kind of looked out?
Yeah, and I got pretty close
Yeah.
with the helmet on. That's the best I could do.
Well, we hiked it, my whole family.
Oh my God,
it was
that's
so it was my
wonderful.
kids and my nieces and nephew and my sister and her husband and my parents and of course my wife. And so all of us did it, 11 of us. And we did, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles of hiking, nothing
that's
crazy.
wonderful.
It's not too bad, and it was great.
It was just
so
beautiful.
You can
It's
go.
like one of the least. It's not overrated.
Oh no!
You know, it's like you get used to disappointment
it's
in your life.
Majestic. It is really just.
It is just amazing.
You look out, and what's fun, I guess, like what I watching the world through your eyes and seeing Chicago kind of. As Emma's crossing her eyes, seeing them, seeing your post about the big buildings and all this other stuff, and it's so new to you.
I ride in the front seat
here.
of my Uber drivers every time.
Just so you can
they
look out
hate
the
it.
window. Yeah.
Yes, they hate it so much. I whip open that front door,
because
and
it's
they're just like, "Oh God!"
Such a contrast to what you're used to
absolutely.
and where you're from,
Yeah.
and that's sort of how the Grand Canyon is.
Have you ever seen an outhouse?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's not like you can go back now. Like you can't go to North Carolina and see things you don't see here.
Yeah.
I mean, and then those things you don't want to see those things.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to see an outhouse if I had a choice.
No, that's our
But I've
wonder.
seen
That's
one.
the 8th wonder of North Carolina. It's our outhouse.
Wouldn't be my
and Uncle Porky's
preferred destination.
as far as the eyes can see. Just,
Well, I think our class is going to start soon.
Yeah, we got class in 8 minutes, so I guess we got to wrap it up. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, me too. I'm so
I'm
grateful.
so much fun too.
No, yeah, you are a hoot and a holler, as they would say. No,
man.
thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm subscribed. I'm a loyal listener. I will continue to listen. Although I'll probably skip the one that I'm on because I'll be like, shut up,
got to.
Jeff.
Flip-flops.
Here. All right, here it is.
That one hurt a lot.
It's still stinging.
Yeah, it hurt, and it still hurts.
Ooh, it's good. It's a good little fifth shot of espresso right here.
That's right. That's all we need. Halfway through class, we're gonna be high-fiving all day. I'm so excited to be in your skit today.
Oh yeah, you're one of the. So my skit is I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yes.
You're gonna be in my skit too.
I can't wait.
You're gonna play General USA.
Awesome! I can't wait. You need a little direction, and I'll take it wherever you need me to take it.
What is my character's name? Do I have a name?
You are the expert.
Character?
You are the expert. I'll just say that. So I'm doing I can give the generic because I don't want to give away what it is, but I'll tell you when we're done. I'm doing. The assignment was to do a parody of something, but we weren't told how to do it. It was just just
it's
do
pretty
a parody.
big. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I'm doing a parody of that show, Married at First Sight. Have you seen that show?
No, I'm so excited. I mean, the title is very telling.
It's a real show. And they've done like 10 seasons of spin-offs and stuff. It's a bit like very popular. It's a reality show where the guests where they interview like 50,000 people apply to be on the show, and then they pick like 3 couples, and they don't see each other, they don't know each other, and they say, I'll do it, and then they have an actual wedding, legal. It's not for TV.
Oh my God.
It's a real wedding, and they get married at first sight.
Whoa.
They don't meet their spouse until the actual ceremony.
Oh my God.
And then they have 8 weeks together.
And I'm the expert.
You're the expert, so I've had to kind of change it up a little because there's 3 experts, but you're the sort of consolidated expert.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's
Mine
fun.
is a parody of the Avengers. Can you guess which Avenger General USA?
Is it Captain America?
No, no.
No.
I don't think I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Well, don't say anything. Yeah, no. I want to be surprised.
But it could be.
Okay.
It could be right.
I can't wait.
General
I'll
USA.
change my posture. I'll get ready.
No, the characters are General USA, the Brown Recluse, the Bulk.
The Bulk.
Let's see, Mr. Marvelous.
Okay.
Steely Man. and Buddy Blarnes.
Who's? Oh yeah. Wait, no. Who's that?
I know. That's what
it's,
everybody did.
It's Captain America's friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's written in there too. I was like Captain
Parentheses.
America, General USA. Yeah, I like scribble it out. It's like General USA's friend.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Fun. Well, I can't wait to see it.
I'm excited to see
7 minutes.
See you do it in 7 minutes. Actually, we're at 5.
All right.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Jeffrey, Brian, Landsman, King Jeffrey, El Jefe. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
I hope
for
to have
having
you back
me.
on soon. And I would love to do your podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
I will have you on Apple iPhone Daily for sure.
Apple iPhone Daily.
Yes.
Where can listeners listen to that one?
iTunes, if you search it. It's
Listeners gotta listen.
Yeah, that's true. It's in iTunes. It's appleiPhoneDaily.com. We'll take you directly to the Facebook page. You can listen there. It's also on. It's on. What is it on? It's on. I feel like it's on iHeartRadio. It's on Spotify. You can listen on Spotify.
That's wonderful.
It's in a lot of places. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll work on branching out a little bit more. Right now,
It takes a little while. After 6 months, you should be able to get in different corners of the market.
That sounds great. I love getting in corners and getting in markets. All right. I will talk to you guys next episode. Thanks so much for listening.
And now it's time for
the reference section and corrections.
I basically want to tell you all the things that I lied about throughout the episode. Starting with, not everyone dies in the woods in North Carolina. Emma is not gringa in Spanish. I don't only read women comedy memoirs. I read lots of different genres of books. I read many academic tomes, actually. No, but I do read different types of books. I have 6 female cousins who are moms and 5 that are not, so we're like really evenly dispersed, and the cousins that I just rattled off in the show, that was not like really accurate. The song I referred to in Madagascar 3 is called Big and Chunky by will.i.am, and it is a very moving melody, and I suggest you look it up on YouTube or whatever. When I said David Anderson Loken go to hell, I didn't really mean that. I'm sorry, David. Thank you so much for being on the show. I got a little excited. I also said that it's not easy to throw me off, and I don't know why I would say that. Yeah, it's really, I'm going to prove that that's a lie, like just over and over and over in each episode. Anyway, I want to recap some of the accomplishments that Jeff has made throughout his 20 plus years in advertising. He, as we talked about, worked on the Oprah Winfrey Show, worked on Dr. Aj, on Ilanya Fix My Life. He started his own company, Phase 6 Productions, and you can find them at phase6productions.com or like them on Facebook. He started his own podcast, Apple iPhone Daily. You can like them on Facebook too, or listen on Spotify or iTunes. One of the most interesting things that I thought that he did, though, was to do some awesome work with the Off the Street Club in Chicago.
He actually won some awards for this work that he did to raise awareness and fundraise for this amazing organization. It's the oldest boys and girls club in the country. It's founded in 1900 in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods, West Garfield Park, in the country. And it serves over 3,000 people in the scariest hood of them all, the childhood. Okay, sorry, that was bad. Anyway, it provides a safe place to play. Lots of after-school programs that involve sports, athletics, music, art, woodshop, theater. They have a computer center. They provide mentorship and tutoring for kids. It's just amazing, and I strongly suggest that you learn more at their website, offthestreet.com. If you're in the area, you can volunteer by going to their website or giving them a call at 773-533-3253. If you're not around here, you can donate. You can set that up for a monthly donation or a one-time donation. I did a one-time donation, and I mentioned that because I want you all to know what an amazing person I am. No, I just want to mention that because I really respect my listeners, and I need you to know that I'm not going to suggest that you do anything that I myself would not do. Right now, they're raising funds for their program, Save Our Summer, which is amazing. They're fundraising so that children can be sent to summer camp and kind of get away from the city for a little while and get away from some of the violence. Another interesting thing about Jeff is that the sketches that he and I were referring to, we were on our way to class and we both acted in each other's sketches that we wrote. And both sketches involved the conflict between Marvel and DC, which is super weird. Anyway, it was strange. Moving on, my next episode will be published on Tuesday, July 2nd, and it will feature Italian poet Riccardo Luigi Rieti. I also do a monthly blog, and that comes out on the 1st of each month. So Monday, July 1st, will be a new blog entry, and that can be found at emmaredmarchrose.com. Feel free to hop on there and see some of my artwork, some of my original songs, learn a little bit more about me, or maybe even buy one of my t-shirts that has an original illustration. I don't do anything very well, but I do so many things. And it's about quantity over quality. So just go on there and check it out. If you're interested in being a sponsor on the podcast, you're more than welcome to email me at iamemma206@yahoo.com. And I just want to let you know again that I appreciate you so much for listening, and tune in next Tuesday for another episode of the Pish Tosh podcast.